My name is Rachel. I am a member of parliament from Kenya and also a member of the Pan-African Parliament. And I thank you for getting my note. I'm the one who asked about participation because for me there is definitely a big difference between the way as regions we can deal with this issue. For us in Africa, the issue of attitude is so great that we must start with the issue of attitude in Africa and the issue of climate change. For us in Africa, politics is everything. Everything begins and ends with the political goodwill. So if we do not have in leadership a political class that looks at issues of climate change and even issues of gender as issues that are important, then you cannot even start having this discourse, because then it is really just a waste of your energy. In our countries, the gender language is used for PR. It is language that is used to pass documentation through the donor system, but is never taken seriously, is not implemented. Even the most basic gender issue like affirmative action is in our documentation. Everywhere you go, you will find 1/3 representation of women, but it's not implemented. So the fear that we have as women in Africa is when you bring the gender discourse to something as important as climate change, you immediately disenfranchise the whole conversation on climate change. The issue of environment in our country, for example, if I take Kenya as an example, even the Ministry of Environment is really the least favorite considered ministry. If you're given that as a ministry, as a man, they feel it's a demotion or a way of showing that you're not a serious leader. Therefore, I would be a bit hesitant to take the issue of gender straight into the discussion of climate change, because for me, I think the most important thing, first of all, is for Africa to embrace the need for climate change. We must embrace it. We must see the risks that come with the kind of way we are doing our issues of environment like fuel, etc. That to me is the most important. If we bring in the discussion of gender in Africa, we are already giving ourselves a bigger hurdle than that simple one of allowing that discussion to take place. So that is why I wanted in our discourse to realize that we are really at different stages, even in our discussions of gender and other issues, and we must really take into cognizance this issue. But on behalf of the Pan-African Parliament, I must say that because we sit as the Parliament of the African Union, in the Pan-African Parliament would be the best place to bring the intervention of introducing gender aspects into the debate on climate change, because at that level, at the African Union level, we are definitely far better than at different countries. I saw that Kenya, for example, doesn't even have the, did you call it national program something? I did not see Kenya there. So we don't even have that. So I would say that maybe Pan-African Parliament and the African Union is a better way to go in terms of the gender discussion, but in issues per country, help us realize first and foremost the way we can advocate for better practices on issues of the environment and climate in our country. For us, that would be a big and good beginning for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. My name is Shamim Kazmi. I'm from Pakistan, representing Red Cross, which is a world organization of Pakistan, and I'm also representing business professional and agricultural women. I'm the national president of my country. My humble experience is both at the pre and the post climatic and other hazards. I'm really grateful and delighted that our learned speakers have touched the topic in a very deeper way. But they have missed the most important link, which is the human link. It's not only climate which is cause of disaster, it is the man-made disaster. I come from that part of the world which is totally man-made disaster world. And the women are the sufferers. Who are the instigators of these disasters? The powerful, economically developed world.